Good morning from Montrose Old and St Andrew's Church, and welcome to our short thought for the day. No one rushes to embrace suffering, not even Jesus. He was willing to go all the way to the cross because it was necessary to win our salvation. But remember the anguish he had in the Garden of Gethsemane when he wrestled in prayer, making sure that there was no alternative to the cross. Peter, Jesus' closest friend, tried to steer him away from Jerusalem and suffering, but he didn't realize how that would frustrate God's plan, however well-intended his idea. What does it mean for us to take up our cross? It doesn't mean that we all wander through the streets with a big cross on our back. Far less does it mean that we go willingly to our deaths for Jesus. For most of us, that's highly unlikely, though we need to remember that even these days there are those who are persecuted for being true to Jesus. But what does it mean? What it does mean is that the way we see our lives needs to change, and God can make that possible, so that our real aim in life is not to please ourselves and secure the best possible outcomes for ourselves, but that our number one aim is to be responsive to what Jesus wants from us, how he wants to equip us and shape us so that we're able to play our full part in advancing his purposes of love. Now, that doesn't mean that life will therefore be miserable, anything but. God delights to give his children good things. Blessing is at the heart of our relationship of love with God. He longs for us to enjoy life as he designed it to be. But the way to that involves us making Jesus top priority rather than holding on to our selfish ends. At times, Christians have given the impression that life isn't right unless it's full of woe and misery. We need to avoid giving people the idea that we are down on folks enjoying life. Jesus wants to give us life in all its fullness. That doesn't mean anything goes, nor that life will be all plain sailing. There will be times when following Jesus will be tough, so we shouldn't pretend that faith makes everything in life rosy. But Jesus really wants the best for us, and at its simplest, he wants to give us his love, forgiveness, and for us to enjoy fellowship with him forever. So, while we are not likely to be persecuted for our faith, he doesn't promise life without challenges. But in putting Jesus first, he does offer us deep joy and life in all its fullness. Thanks for joining us. May the Lord bless you. Amen.